So, back in the game, we are doing the second part of Eden. So, I guess we talk to this guy, I think, right? He gives us away with the fairy quest, and let's see. Let's do this. I'm excited. So I think the other guy gives us just the savage, which I'm not going to do yet. Anyways, there you are. Part of the team helping with the ED, I mean highly classified and very, very secret thing. The fact of the matter is, I've come to inform you of a rather interesting development. It's about the girl who was brought back from the empty. She's finally woken up, you see. Okay, because I remember it's been a bit, like a month or so, since I did the first part. Because I know we found, like, a girl who was passed out, and apparently, like, Thancred said, like, the Oracle of Darkness or something. Yalfort, and Masumi, too. We heard the news from Thancred, is it true? Why, yes, it most certainly is. Apparently her name is Gaia. She claims to be a free citizen of Yulmore, although she remembers nothing of the events leading up to her attack on Eden. She's lost her memory. Parts of it, at the very least. We also cannot be sure whether she's telling the truth or it's merely a ruse. She's yet to display any hostility, which is encouraging, I suppose. And Thancred's with her now, is he? Yes, he's taken her to Yulmore, mainly to verify that she's told what she's told us so far. Quiz the locals, that sort of thing. After that, the plan's to come back here, though they're taking rather longer than I anticipated. I hope nothing is amiss. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, okay, just instant cutscene again. Good grief, are you always this slow? At this rate, it'll be dark again before we know it. The night sky's returning and is all well and good, but it does make each day seem awfully short. Are you sure you still dragging your heels back? Wait, and are you still dragging your heels back there? At least act as if you've got a purpose, would you? Is this her? This sassy lost child? Now look here, I'm not one of your servants. Why don't you try carrying your own luggage for a change? Thancred, you're back. You lot are a sight for sore eyes. Even you, Oriange. Gaia and I have just finished shipping her personal effects from Yulmore. I'm glad we could finally meet. Properly, I mean. Oh, so, did you learn anything useful? Other than where she lives, not an awful lot. Her supposed neighbors barely knew the first thing about her. Hells, she barely knows the first thing about herself. Her recollection of her life in Yulmore is patchy at best. She seems convinced that she'll regain her memory if she accompanies us, and so she invited herself to join our merry band. And for her first act, she ordered me to carry her luggage. If you insist on standing around talking, might I suggest finding a place to sit down first? My feet are killing me. Then perhaps you should have chosen a more sensible footwear. Still, it's not such a bad idea, shall we? I guess Gaia here has joined our group of friends. Okay, I guess we just go and chat with them. This should be fun. Alright, so tell us more, Gaia. So you don't remember anything at all? Not attacking us? Not falling unconscious? Such selective amnesia would highly raise suspicion within those of a cautious mind. Yet if she does speak the truth, it would lend credence to my current hypothesis. though admittedly some further. Now, Ryanje, she's not. She's only just woken up. We don't want to bore her back to sleep. In any case, I prefer to follow my instincts. If they're telling me that Gaia means no harm, after much deliberation, I thought it only right to let her know about our work in the empty, as a sign of goodwill. After all, trust works both ways. Though I would ask you, Masumi, not to let your guard down just yet. I mean, she's sitting right there. So you're the one I'm supposed to have fought. Come to think of it, I recognize you from somewhere. Considering you tried to kill me. Well, if Thancred's version of events is anything to go by, you weren't exactly holding back yourself. Still, it seems I didn't give you much of a choice but to defend yourself. So let's call it even, not that I have any recollection of it. It's like remembering fragments of a dream, only to realize those things actually happened. It's as though my whole life has been leading to this. Thou speakest as though thou didst expect these events. I guess you could say that. It's just what the fairy tells me. Or it's what the fairy tells me. Alright, that's where we fought her, right? I can't see it, but it's still there's someone else inside me, and I can hear its voice in my head. It whispers to me and lets me use its power, magic. I suppose you could call it. Not that I know much about that sort of thing. This power alloweth thee to tear open the fabric betwixt realities, that thou mayest call forth the eighth or starved denizens of what remaineth of the 13th. What? Was that supposed to mean something, or are you just spouting random words at me? I like her already. Honestly, I don't know how you all put up with this. I've only just met him, and his insufferable prattle is already giving me a headache. Gods, I still can't believe I'm having this conversation. To think that I was flying about in a suit of armor, waving a sword, that doesn't sound like me at all. Someone else inside you. Like Minfilia was inside me. The similarities cannot be ignored, though it is too early to say with certainty. Gaia may well be the Oracle of Darkness. The Oracle of Darkness? What does this mean? It means that you may have been right when you said she has something common with Emmett Selk. Those who have been used as a living host by an Ascian have no recollection of events that occurred during their possession. This I know from a personal experience. Right, Ramuh-born stuff. But Gaia seems to have some memories still, even if they're a little hazy. Moreover, she has remained in control of herself even when she heard the voice within, much like you and Minfilia. And though Irene was very much her own person, Minfilia's presence did exert a change upon her outward appearance, granting her hair and eyes to hue akin to that of our dear departed friend. It is therefore not unthinkable that Gaia's raven locks may be a manifestation of the darkness which hath come to reside within her. But I was born like this, and my parents, they both had black hair too. Or at least I think they did. It's been so long since I saw them, I can't remember too well. But enough about me. You're Minfilia, aren't you? The Oracle of Light, who they were hosting in Yulmore? That's right, though imprisoning is a better word. They kept me locked away. I didn't know much about Yulmore and its people, or the rest of the world for that matter. I see, and how exactly did the Oracle of Light come to run with the Warrior of Darkness? Well, it all started when... 5.0 exposition. Yes, I still remember the day everyone went raving mad and Lord Vothri fled. Everything after that is still a blur, though. From what Gaia's told me, she wasn't part of the mob that attacked us, but how was she able to resist Vothri's control? Well, she just probably didn't eat the light. the Light Warden, or not the Light Warden, the Sin Eater food, right? Mayhap 'twas the intervention of this fairy of whom she speaketh. As curious as that may be, we still don't know why she appeared out of nowhere as soon as Eden took flight. This is just a guess, but I'd say that the fairy reacted to it in some way, and for whatever reason, made me go after it. Yeah, it seems like the only explanation. I don't know about you lot, but I've had enough nattering. I'm going back to Eden. What? But why? The fairy wanted something from Eden, and knowing what that is will bring me a step closer to discovering exactly what has been living in my head all these years. Besides, my memories aren't going to restore themselves, and certainly not through idle chit-chat, so I'm going, and that's that. Gaia, wait! Insufferable. Utterly insufferable. And yet we can't leave her... And yet we can't well leave her to her own devices. Come on. So we're just going back to Eden? Alright, looks like it. Let's go. Oh yeah! Fuck. Let me show you guys. So, if you've been listening to me on Discord or on Twitter, I've been ranting a bunch about Emerald Weapon, or not Emerald, Ruby Weapon, about the mount and not getting it. But after 64 times killing the boss, I finally got the mount, and I want to use it here with you guys. So, Horn Carved Instrument emits an ethereal tone that beckons an opposing ruby gwibber from its refuge. Let's use it. Mount Guide. Believed to have been absorbed into the ruby weapon, this plate-clad being answers the call of the horn imbued with the power of an unknown primal. How the secrets of the horn came to be passed on to its summoner remains a mystery. Let's put that on our hotbar there. Let's summon this thing. Let's check it out. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like the ruby weapon dragon. Alright. So, heading back to Eden, it looks like. Get away from me. Big bug. Gaia. Seems I've no choice. So what job is she? Because Reen's a thief or a ninja. What is this? Well, that's cool. That was cool. What am I? That was cool magic. What are you all gawping at? I don't mean to stare, but it's not every day I see magic like that. So this is the power of the fairy you spoke of. Ever since I was a child, it has whispered to me, tell me what to do. That's how I came to use its power. But there are things I can't even explain. Holes ripped in thin air, terrifying creatures crawling out, ghastly-looking blades and armor appearing out of nowhere. But worst of all is the dark energy that comes from inside. This power feels as though it's only flowing through me, and never truly mine. And even when it answers my call, it always takes a few moments for the spells to work. So in summary, you don't have control over the magic. Well, it's not as if I ever tried to control it. I haven't made a habit of fighting wild beasts. Unfortunately, it's part and parcel of traveling through Amarang. And while I understand that you want answers, you're not going to find them unprepared as you are. But if your heart is set on this, then we're here. Then we'll help you. Rain, think about what you're saying. You're seriously considering taking Gaia to see Eden. There's no telling what might happen if she loses control again, so the safest option is for her to stay away until our work is done. Somewhere we can keep an eye on her. You must realize, it's for her own good. I must concur with Thancred's assessment. At present, we know precious little of Gaia's origin, and less still of her powers. If she is indeed the Oracle of Darkness, her presence may complicate a task already fraught with peril, placing our mission and her own well-being in jeopardy. In full knowing of the risks, dost thou still wish to pursue this course? I do. Okay. It wasn't so long ago that I was living in isolation, being held against my will. Maybe the people keeping an eye on me thought that was for my own good too. But if we shut Gaia away for our own convenience, we're no better than Vothri and Ranjit. I've learned that when someone is in need, we must reach out a helping hand, not push them away. Now it's my turn to do for Gaia what you've all done for me. Even knowing the danger that lies ahead, I won't choose the easy way out. This is the path I've chosen. Is that good enough for you? Well, can't say fairer than that. How about you, Ariange? The light of thy spirit doth burn bright. Mine apologies, my dear, but I felt it necessary to test thy resolve. Let it suffice to say, thou hast left no room for doubt. For what it's worth, Reen, I never doubted you, but make no mistake, the danger that Urianger and I spoke of is all too real. If you're prepared to go through with this, we'll be right there beside you. Thancred is a good dad. That means a lot to me. Thank you. I couldn't care less who I travel with, but if we're going to go, then let's get going already. There's supposed to be some sort of craft waiting at the southern watchtower. Yes. Come along then, and don't fall behind. I like her already. I always like sassy characters, sassy, sarcastic characters. I guess that's why Emmett is probably my favorite villain in this game so far. I was wondering who the villain's gonna be for Endwalker. I'm guessing either Elidibus or Xenos. Because they certainly are building up to Xenos right now, with whatever the hell's going on with him. Might be a bit of a tight squeeze with the 5 of us, but we'll manage. Perhaps Urianchi can sit on top of our luggage. Let's go. Hey, we're here. I haven't been in here a while. I forgot. So yeah, we're restoring the elements to the land by fighting reincarnations of primals. So, wonder what's next. Oh, that looks cool. Let me get a picture of that. So there it is. Yeah, I'll turn that in. Eden, where I'll find the answers I seek. Bringer of the Flood, the first Sin Eater. It would lead me to my past or my future, or would it lead me to my past or my future? What awaited on the path ahead, I couldn't say, but I had no choice but to take the first step. Alright. Blood and Thunder is this one. So Thunder, we got to fight like a reincarnation of Ramuh. Oh god. Oh god. I hated the Realm Reborn fight. Not because it was difficult, because people are so fucking bad at this game sometimes. Like, holy shit, dude. It's unbelievable how bad people are at this game sometimes. Just don't listen. I know what it's like. It was the same for me. But I was lucky, because Thancred freed me from Yulmore, and I had a chance to see the world. More importantly, though, I met all kinds of people, and they taught me not to live in another shadow, but to be myself. Maybe one day, you'll have that chance too. Said your piece, have you? One day. What's that supposed to mean? I don't know how the Great Oracle of Light sees such things. For someone like me, who's only known life in Yulmore, there was no tomorrow. There was no future. Only the here and now. While we waste time on these meaningless conversations, I feel each moment of my life slipping away. Time, it won't wait. Not for me, not for anyone. I don't know how much longer I can hold on to who I am. I'm sorry, Gaia. Gaia? It's probably not even my real name. It isn't? When Thancred asked me my name, I couldn't remember. That's when the fairy whispered to me, Gaia. But if you grew up in Yulmore, surely someone there must know who you are. Everyone I once knew had either disappeared or had been turned into Sin Eaters. Those whose faces and names I still remember, that is. In the end, we found not a single person who so much as recognized me. As far as I can recall, I've never been the most sociable person, but still. Well, even if it's not your real name, I think Gaia sounds lovely. If you're happy with it, then that's what I'll call you. And if you're willing, instead of Oracle of Light, please call me Reen. It's not the name I was born with. That's long forgotten now, but the one the people whom I consider family gave to me. Is that so? Well, as much as I'd love to keep up this chatting, there's something that's bothering me. I thought the fairy would have reacted to Eden in some way. So far, nothing whatsoever. From what I gather, it wasn't until Eden started moving that I appeared out of the blue. Perhaps if you were to actually try flying it somewhere, the fairy might break its silence. If you've got elements to restore, or whatever it was, why don't you hurry up and get it over with? At once, your ladyship. Let me adjust my camera a bit. Oop, wrong way. Yeah, that looks better. Aye, maybe best to resign ourselves to her mannerisms. A good thing we're not wholly unfamiliar with attending nobility, given certain company when in the Scions. Of whomsoever dost thou speak, I wonder? Alright everyone, I think we've talked for long enough. If you're ready, let's make our way to Eden. Let's go! Next fight. Okay, this is the normal, so it shouldn't be too difficult. But man, when I do the Savage, this is gonna be a bitch. I already know. So let's go unlock this fight. Anything Ramuh, I'm just gonna assume there's gonna be... Oh, there's a lot of people here. Wow. I'm gonna assume that there are gonna be orbs to pick up. Following the initial changes wrought by the release of water and earth, the empty hath displayed no further signs of alteration. Stability, some may call this and be satisfied, but in truth it is passivity. A passivity stemming from light's ever-pervasive presence. For to break the status quo, we must needs employ a catalyst, a third element that shall rouse and stabilize those unleashed energies in activity. Therefore, I propose lightning. So the primal would be Ramuh, yes? From what I've heard, he's a guardian of the forest, not particularly keen on conflict. But you've actually fought him, haven't you? Half man, half beard. And another half beard for good measure. I spend most of the time chasing orbs, with varying degrees of success. Yes, that is the most real option in the game. God. I wonder if the sylphs had anything to do with that. They can be quite mischievous, much like the pixies of Ilmeg. Glad to see our lessons have paid off. Well, it's like you say, if you want to call forth an accurate representation of the primal, I should picture in my mind as clearly as possible. At the very least, it's worth a try. The rest is up to Masumi. I like how real these dialogue options are with the primals, so I know Titan had like the landslides, this is the orbs. In order for this to work, we need to actually fly somewhere, yes? So rather than sitting in one spot while you exchange anecdotes, why don't you get this blasted thing moving first? One must admit, this suggestion is not without merit, Reen, but I suggest the Gandorf Thunder Plains as our next location. These plains, as is writ, were perpetually blanketed in storm clouds, the only source of illumination the ceaseless barrage of lightning. The ambient aether that lingereth there shall provide ideal conditions for the summoning. And that's where we're heading. Come on, Eden, we've got a job to do. Alright, Ramuh time. Let's see how Shadowbringers' take on that fight is. This should be as good a spot as any. Alright, Masumi, whenever you're ready. Memories of Ramuh flash through your mind. Fulmination now accessible. Exciting! Time to get the party finder up. Again, min eye level, no echo for the fresh experience. Let's do it. Also, let me do the music right now. Boom, 100 BGM. Let's see what we're getting ourselves into. Alright. I'm excited. So we're fighting Ramuh, so there better be no bullshit with orbs.
There's no turning back. Get ready.
Oh, it's all just coming back to me at once, you know, like all the bad memories. Oh, okay, Jesus.
So, this is Ramuh.
Alright, this music's pretty good. Alright, just pull Pepe W, just pull. I'm just pulling. Just pull Pepe W. Oh! Oh, I didn't notice the person disconnected. Crippling blow. I guess we can take this time to learn, practice. And that is a Dankbuster? Judgment bolts do. I need to stand on a certain side. I'm just gonna follow the party. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, I love flip-flopping between aggro. Oh no, orbs. Oh, I hate this fight already. Should I, as main tank, grab 3 of them? Or how does this work? I mean, we're down 1 healer. Is this gonna kill me? Divine Judgment Volts. Just grab 1, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Easy peasy. Can I arms like that? Okay, they're back. Our Sage is back. I'll pull... I dodged that. Don't even... Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, I guess he goes back over there then. Whew. Fuck. Okay. Yikes. Give me a second, check something. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I had the game on, like, volume on. Thanks for the raise. Ooh, okay, some more of us died. You know what, let me do that. Ow. I think I probably need to go grab an orb. Grab an orb? Yep, I'm grabbing an orb. How big is that puddle? Am I safe? I don't. Oh. Oh, they go off several times. I am stupid. Whoopsies. Grab an A orb. Six vulnerability stacks? Fuck it, I'll take them all. Give me all the vulnerability stacks. This will no way bite me in the ass. I should give him my tank. Other tank. The nascent flash. Okay. Well. Here, have that. There we go. Probably need to grab an orb. Oof. Nice. And lost my 6. I survived my 6 vulnerability stacks. Be praised. I'll do that. Nice. Okay. Slowly but surely figuring out what's going on. Judgment bolts. Do I need an orb? I don't think I need an orb. They're not saying to grab one yet, so I think I'm good. Okay, I'll grab an orb now. I grabbed 2. Oh. Nice. And I think just like that, we got the boss dead. Divine Judgment Bolt. Oop, I need to grab an orb. I grab it in time? I did. Cool. Kill the boss. Nice. We did it. That was fun. And we did the first little bit without a second healer. Nice. Alright, next fight. What have we got next? So we did Earth. What's even the loot? What is all this crap? Stuff I don't need? I don't know, I'm leaving. So we did Earth and water. This is lightning, so fire, wind, ice left. Though I was prepared to expect anything, I thought I was prepared to expect anything, but I didn't expect Ramuh to turn out quite like that. Appearance aside, he was quite aggressive as well. Sylph's belief in him as a kindly guardian clearly mistakes a difference to his temperament. Anyway, I'm glad it's over. Let's get back to the camp and see if anything's changed. Tenacity, sure. I don't know what material to grab other than crit, or like determination or something. Nice. So it is a purple crystal. The crystal is a different color, but apart from that, it all looks the same. It may look the same eye, but it feels different. The air has grown slightly more humid, as it does before rain. I have to say, I'm not exactly prepared for wet weather. If Eden can control elements and so on, can't you tell it to send those clouds somewhere else? Speaking of which, I'm not very impressed with the so-called powers. If changing yellow crystals to purple is the extent of its abilities, no surprise the fairy didn't bother showing up. I hope that whatever's next is more worthwhile. Crypt Determination and Direct Hit are usually the go-to options. Since I'm a tank, I might want to use Skill Speed because some of them want some. Thank you. I will get Skill Speed. Rather than influencing the ground beneath our feet, Eden hath brought change to the firmament above. I appreciate any tips I can because I am still unaware of certain things in this game, I guess. And yet 'tis clear that more dynamic element is required for the natural cycle of precipitation and evaporation to be complete. So we need movement. Would wind do the trick? Garuda then, most certainly. Seems we have a plan. Let's not dwell too much on the effects of each individual element, and instead focus on seeing them all restored. Power of the power of an oracle. Not to be sniffed at, it seems. All my life, you were a constant companion, your voice ever seeping into my mind. Why then, of all times, did you abandon me? Deaf even to the crashing of thunder, or were you simply biding your time? I do wonder what's going to happen next, after we restore the elements, because there's 3 more left, so it's obviously going to be like Garuda, Ifrit, and then Shiva.